We have three gentlemen up here who represent the corporate sector, and they truly have shown through their work and the work of their corporation that they understand the challenges that we face today, and they're going to help us do something about it. So what we're going to do is have each person talk for 2 or 3 minutes about some of the issues that they think are important. We'll ask a few questions, and then we're going to open it up to some general questions, and there will be an opportunity for you in the audience to ask some of your questions. We have cards on your seats. There will be some people walking around, and we'll save a few minutes at the end for your questions and also maybe a few tweets. So Frank, let me start with you, please.
Thank you. Why don't I first start by thanking Jonathan and the other people on the panel here, because what they've done up till now has been extraordinary. Jonathan's comments were outstanding, and really, I do feel that at this point in time, we are at maybe the place where there's been the most momentum for us in the services opportunity. And I say that, and if we look at JP Chase and think about 200 years of community work, the community is greatly changed for us now. And we can leverage employees, we can leverage our clients, we can leverage our suppliers, we can leverage our partners, our competitors, and most of all, that's been enabled through technology. So I look forward to discussions here about how we take what is an individual idea and we allow it to become viral, we allow it to expand into the network, we allow ourselves to help others in a way that we couldn't help others before. What I've seen in many of our initiatives is that we've underthought how much we could get done. We've underthought it from our strategic partners, because there's not one thing that we try to work on in a community, and that is where our responsibility is in the community. But dependent on the size of your entity, depends on how many communities you operate in. And some days I feel like our community is the earth. Whether it's a problem in South America or a problem in Asia, it's our problem. And whether it's an opportunity to help people in any of those, it's ours. And then the community could be Bushwick in Brooklyn, New York, which is a very small community but can use our help and allow us to build a school or build a library and help a number of people. But what we've been able to do is now spend time on how to get all of the elements together and allow to be able to think higher about what can be delivered. And why I said before that we underestimate what we could do is there's nothing better than doing something good. And you find in a 200,000 plus person company, everybody feels like that. And then everybody has another connection that they like to bring to the party. So I encourage us to think about how to leverage each other, how to make connections here with each other, how not to replicate but to partner, and how to use the tools found by one by many. It's my honor to be here. I kind of think about the people on the panel, whether it be Jonathan or John Rice, or think about what's going on the screen before, congratulations, and kind of say, what am I doing here? But I'm fortunate, lucky, and any way we all can help you is for the betterment. So there's nothing better than trying to do the right thing and participate in this. Thanks.
Frank, thank you. And banking has, if I may make a broad generalization, banking has been somewhat vilified over the past 18 months. You're in an industry that has been viewed as, he's the only person from banking up here, so I can't comment or pick on anybody else, but between obviously the failures that we have seen, between the lack of credit, certainly foreclosures which are taking place in terms of commercial real estate, personal real estate, and JP Chase has been at the forefront of working in the community for a long time. Has anything changed for you in terms of your direction over the past 18 months to try to show that it's not as bad, that you're not as villainous, if I'm going to use that word, as the press may make it out to be?
Well, first, I like to count more than I did. Count the hours we're doing, count the amount of taxes we pay, things we counted anyway, but you think about. And it's an interesting thing because I find that we're more motivated than ever before to do things that we always did, but to be able to allow people to understand that we're integral to communities, and we're integral to communities because we create jobs. We're integral to communities because we do lend money. We've turned cities around. We've helped states. You can count on us hearing from California and helping California again, and we've done it before. So in some strange way, you're more highly motivated. But I think consistency is the key, and staying the track, staying the pace. Like great hitters, sometimes the press can be on them for their play. But I think at the end, the scorecard tells the averages, and we have to play for the scorecard. So, hopefully we're doing the right things. We've tried hard in the foreclosure front to do the right things. We have a tremendous CRA effort, which gives a lot back to communities. But we don't expect during a very difficult time for people to get up and applaud us. We understand the nation's at a difficult time, and it's not the nation, because we could go to Europe and look at the troubles there and look at the devaluations, and I think it's just important we be consistent, we work hard, we take this leverage effort, we partner with people like the people up here, and we work our tail off on it.
Now, personally, you have made commitments to many community-based organizations. You're on the board of the National 9/11 Foundation, you're on the board of Pencil, you're on the board of NPower New York. Do you find that as you talk to your fellow senior executives at JP Morgan Chase, and as you try to set an example for the entire 200,000 person organization, that it's important to be able to walk the walk?
Oh, I think walking the walk's the whole game. I mean, it'd be hard to sit up here if a large part of what I did wasn't targeted at helping people. So you start off with the workforce. We have to help our own workforce. We have a very diverse workforce, and I frequently, as Mom would say, charity begins at home. So we have to take care and make sure we have the right programs for our people. And then we have to make sure that we are doing things in a way that are really helpful to the community. Sometimes it's possible to get focused on the headline versus the activity. And what we've tried to do is work on output. Make sure that our programs, and myself, I love the public schools of New York. I'm a product of the public schools of New York, and I love going back there in Pencil and working on it. And I think in NPower, the ability to bring technology for non-for-profits, which doesn't sound all that sexy, but if we could help power non-for-profits and give them the technology, then we're doing something very good. So I don't find any other way to do it than lead by example.